Hello friends, and welcome to the second episode of, I don't have a clue what I'm doing, but I'm trying to make a van into a camper van series. Today we are going to be talking about insulation, installing the insulation. I always feel I'm saying that word wrong, insulation. So as I said in the previous episode, when I got this van, it was a fridge van and I ripped out all the existing insulation, which includes some of this blue, I do believe, extruded polystyrene. What I'm going to do for now is just try and measure up these panels and then cut the foam board to fit in there. And for this, I have the correct tool. It is a bread knife. Apparently this is the best thing you can use for cutting this foam board. So we'll see about that. Also, I have a tape measure and a pen for marking. The thing with these recessed panels is that they are about 5 centimeters deep, 50 millimeters, or what's that, 2 inches for you Americans if you're watching, but they are slightly angled, so I'm going to have to cut the, is this one already done? Yeah, I'm going to have to cut the foam board. It's hard to show, but it's like at an angle, like tapered angle, so it's going to be like smaller touching the metal, and then it's going to be slightly angled out, making it wider on the outer bit of the metal. So yeah, I've got a lot of those spare things, so I'm just gonna go for it, and if I mess it up, it doesn't matter, I've got more that I can use, and yeah, hope for the best like everything. Right, these foam boards are absolutely doing my nut in. They were actually quite hard to cut with just a manual bread knife, so if you're doing this and you've got an electric one, use that. Obviously I don't, that's why I'm using that. I've managed to get some nice rounded corners. So the thing is with this van, you'd think like, oh yeah, that's gonna fit, look, nice rounded corners. Let me put it around that way, I'll show you. Look, the corners fit, but then the rest of it doesn't. And then the other panel over here seems to be a slightly different size, and then this panel over here is like huge, so this one actually fits in, but then it's got all these gaps up there. Sorry, that noise is my dog, she's just outside. So I'm just thinking, like, all this effort and struggle for these 3 panels, is it even worth it? If I'm going to use the foam on the floor and on the ceiling, can I not just use my Dial recycled plastic bottle, whatever, like fluffy insulation, tear off a chunk, stick it in that panel, because I'm going to use it in all the nooks and crannies down here anyway, so might as well just use it in these recessed panels, because it's like a tiny van and I'm just struggling a lot with these boards. For what reason? I don't know. Just for now, because I just can't deal with these foam boards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the this fluffy insulation in the nooks and crannies, in the recessed panels, and then I'm going to cover it with the Thermowrap Reflectix. This is the recycled plastic insulation from a company called Dial. B&Q, not B&M. B&Q stock this. It's £17 a roll at the moment, and they say it's 10 centimeters thick. So if I measure it, it's actually only 8 centimeters at the moment. So I think for it to work to maximum efficiency, you kind of need to like puff it out a bit. What I've seen people do is like really stuff it in the nooks and crannies, but for insulation like this to work, it needs to have an air gap, so all the like pockets of air in here, when it's 10 centimeters thick, that's what actually makes it effective. You can literally just tear this apart, and it's just as simple as that. So again, I'm just gonna like make sure it's nice and puffed out. I don't actually want to squish it in there, but I do need to like somehow get it in. I'm actually going to wear my work gloves for this because these edges are quite sharp. So you can see in here, like, this is how loose I want it. This is how, like, bouncy I want it, because you need to have the air pocket. Like I've said, I know I've said it before, but it's really important. Insulation only works if there's air, because that's the thermal bridge or whatever it's called. I see some people shoving it right in like that, and then it's all squished up, and that's not going to work as an insulator. You need to have it like spongy and bouncy. I tell you, it's a lot easier to do these high up gaps if you've got a nice comfy camping chair, because obviously in this van you can't stand up straight, you have to like crouch, and then doing that while crouching is hurting my back. So, you know, work smarter, not harder. So all I'm doing to like measure the gaps is I'm just getting, obviously I can't change the width of this, so I'm going on the length, and I'm just seeing, poking my hand up, like, okay, so that stops there, and that, it stops here. So I'm just measuring, you know, a rough measurement up to there, and then just literally tearing a chunk off and stuffing it in, but again, not too much stuffing. Yeah, these edges are really sharp, so I recommend wearing some safety gloves. Right, so I've used the fluffy stuff quite liberally in all the nooks and crannies up here. Oh, I've missed those ones. Okay, I need to, yeah, I can stuff some in there. I've stuffed it in there, all along there, down in the wheel arch, on that side. Oh, mind my camping chair. Yeah, all along here and up there. So I've used it quite liberally, and I've still got like quite a significant amount left. So I think what I am going to do is go ahead and do what I said, and just put it in these panels, because whether or not I'll leave it like that permanently, obviously like the foam board is a lot better, but it's so hard, and I just can't I can't be bothered to do it now. I'm saying that this is like the first stage of the van build, and I'm already finding it a bit too much. But it's literally because I want to drive tomorrow and go to Wales and have some form of insulation, so I don't freeze to death like I almost did in the Peak District in my car the other weekend. So this looks like the easiest thing to do ever. Is I can just put it here. I'm even just going to rip it there, and then I can get the silver foil tape and just tape that in and get another chunk to put up there. Bam, Bob's your uncle. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Where's my tape? This foil tape is, it's literally like foil with a sticky side, and you just tear it like foil. So you've got to be quite careful you don't do what I've done and just split it all the way along. It was like £3.50 in Screwfix or Tool Station, one of them. I went to Halford's, Tool Station and Screwfix the other day. I was like, yeah, getting all my stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Obviously, like if you're doing this for real, you could just glue it. I do have spray adhesive, but I don't want to, because I want to be able to take it off again if I need to. So if you ever want to know how not to insulate your van, yeah, don't do this. It's working, it's staying up. So the right thing to do is what I've done here, like loosely put all this. If you are going to just use this recycled plastic thing in the recessed panels, I suggest you use the spray foam and not stupid masking tape and silver tape and whatever else tape that you can find. But you know, it's in the panels, it's staying in, it makes it nice and flush kind of, and I'm just gonna wrap everything in the Reflectix, and for now that's all I'm gonna do, because I want to hit the open road. I just want to go away, so yeah, I'll just cover it in Reflectix and call it done, and I will come back. My camera is so wonky. I will come back to doing the insulation another day.